Tom Cruise is currently going up against an iconic monster on the big screen in Universal's The Mummy. And Cruise's fight shall not be the last, because The Mummy is only the first installment in Universal's Dark Universe, a gigantic monster film universe that is set to bring back the terrifying cult classics. The Mummy was only the beginning.
Welcome to a new world of gods and monsters.
Dark Universe. Just to avoid confusion, this Dark Universe has nothing to do with the planned DC feature film of the Justice League Dark that goes by the same name. It is its own cinematic universe that has a long history. Everything started in the 1920s with the Hunchback of Notre Dame and the Phantom of the Opera. However, the Universal monsters of the 30s were the ones that really rose to fame. Over 20 films were released between 1931 and 1936. Among them were The Invisible Man, The Mummy, Dracula, and of course Frankenstein.
I am Dracula.
The most recognizable faces still to this day are Bela Lugosi as Count Dracula and Boris Karloff as Frankenstein's monster.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
The 40s marked numerous monster sequels and new additions to the franchise like the Wolfman. A huge monster universe had been created that was enriched even further by comedians Abbott and Costello during the 1950s. Most of you may be familiar with the Mummy film series starring Brendan Fraser. In 2010, Benicio del Toro took on the role of the Wolfman, and Dracula Untold retold the origin of the famous blood-sucking monster.
Drink Dracula.
Tom Cruise's The Mummy is currently setting up an interwoven monster universe, and an important binding element in the franchise will be the secret organization Prodigium.
Welcome to Prodigium.
This group is first introduced in The Mummy. Director of Prodigium is none other than Dr. Henry Jekyll himself, who intends to protect mankind from monsters. And the Dark Universe has plenty of monsters to offer.
It takes a monster to defeat a monster.
Bride of Frankenstein. In 1935, the more than successful sequel to Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, was released. And a remake of that iconic film is set to continue the story of the Dark Universe in 2019. In the film, Dr. Frankenstein creates a love interest for his monster. The interesting casting choice of Bond villain Javier Bardem as Frankenstein's monster has already been confirmed. Beauty and the Beast director Bill Condon will helm the film. Only one question remains. Who will play the titular bride of the monster? What do you think? Who would you like to see as the Bride of Frankenstein? Let us know in the comment section below. The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man was first introduced to the world of monsters in 1933. His real name was Jack Griffin. He used to be a scientist who injected himself with a serum that turned him invisible.
A little of this injected under the skin of the arm every day for a month. An invisible man can rule the world.
The only problem was the fact that he did not have an antidote for the serum and slowly became insane. None other than Johnny Depp has been confirmed to play the part, which is kind of a bummer since we won't get to see the actor for most of the film's runtime. The Creature from the Black Lagoon. In 1954, a group of explorers stumbled upon a gill man during their geology expedition in the Amazon. A prehistoric being, half marine life, half humanoid land creature. The creature started to attack the explorers and became one of the most iconic film monsters of all time. We do not have a lot of information regarding the remake, but at least we know this. The scriptwriter definitely is familiar with marine life. After all, Will Beall wrote the script to the upcoming Aquaman film.
I dig it.
The classic trio. Frankenstein's monster, the blood-hungry Count Dracula, and the Wolfman, of course, are all set to get their own movies as well. As mentioned earlier, Javier Bardem has already been confirmed for the Frankenstein film. Regarding the other two films, casting choices have yet to be announced.
Yeah.
It is, however, safe to assume that we will not get to see Luke Evans reprising his role as Dracula. The latter was turned into the undead Count in Dracula Untold. Regarding the Wolfman, some interesting rumors have surfaced. Apparently, none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will take on the role of the titular character. If he manages to make time in between Black Adam and a possible Fast and Furious spin-off, he could be a badass werewolf as well. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below. more monsters. Aside from the already mentioned projects, Universal also plans to revive their original monster properties, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and the Phantom of the Opera. And even though his organization is already a binding element in the franchise, a Dr. Jekyll standalone film seems also more than likely to happen.
You have no idea what you have unleashed.
After the MCU, the DCEU, and the Monsterverse, which unites Godzilla and King Kong, we now have the Dark Universe, filled with classic horror monsters. What do you think of the Dark Universe? Which monster are you looking forward to the most? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you'd like to learn more about the Monsterverse or upcoming blockbusters, then check out these videos.